Okay guys, I just got a call to go get a big swarm, so me and my daughter were on our way to go get it. Heck yeah, we were trying to figure that out. There you go. Oh yeah, they're just totally chill.
They were pretty calm, I mean, considering they were swarming.
There's still like so many bees to suck up though.
We'll put away a few things I know we're not needing. Suck you up. Coming out. Imagine if I had to clean on that one branch that I pulled.
Well, I guess you could and
Look really close to that.
It's very possible. Alright, well, we got him in the box. We're going to bring him home and unpack him in the morning. So we'll probably pick up this video where it left off.
There it is. It's going down the road.
There he is. Do 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 do. He's a big boy, eh? Look at him. He's big. Good night. Okay, we just got home and we're going to transfer these tonight because it's hot and I just want them to have the ventilation they need and the space they need. So we have some that we just dropped a branch in here. We're going to take a look at that. The rest are in the bee vac. So we've got 10 frames here. Drawn comb, drawn comb, drawn comb, drawn comb, drawn comb. And then we got some medium empty ones just because they might want to start building some comb. So we'll see what happens here when we open this up. They're humming pretty loud, which means they probably don't have a queen. Get that emptied out. We're just going to drop these frames right in. Shake them out actually. If they're not on them, might as well keep them out. They're probably just hanging out in the bottom of the box. See if we can see a queen on here. Give it a light shine with the camera. Not looking like it. I'm pretty sure she's in the bee vac. But let's not tick them off because it's late. Let's put the entrance reducer on here and close them in too. I can't even do that with this one. There we go. No, I can't even do that with this one. Gotta get a different one. Find the light, Isla? Cool how they hang like that, eh? Not seeing a queen in there. Get them too ticked off. They're getting a little angry here. Most of them are on that branch still. And on my head. Here's the branch. Take a look, see if there's any queen on here. I doubt there is. We'll shake those right in the box. I'll just film right in there. There's definitely no queen in here. They get quiet real fast when you do that. So let's just have a look in there. Oh, we still got some bees. They're holding on tight. We got them. So that's just the first little bunch with the branch. They're just hanging on to that branch. and we're gonna open this bee vac up and see what we find. This is the first time. We don't know much, so let's just take a peek. Let me get the lid off first. It's gonna be a lot of bees in here. Look at this. It's a lot of bees. And I don't see, oh, I think I see a queen already. Let me take a little peeky-boo for her. She shouldn't be too hard to find with the flashlight like this. Oh, they're getting spicy.
Oh, wait, Dad, I see it. I think I see it.
I think. You think
Is it
you see
drone?
it?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a drone.
Where? They're gonna come starting to sting soon here, so.
Yeah, they're on
Yeah,
me.
they're coming at me now, so.
I'm gonna stand back.
Alright. Let's start by just taking a frame of bees here. I'm gonna give you the flashlight, and I need you to make sure you shine in it for me. They're gonna start bumping you, okay?
They are.
Stand back, please. Stand back over here. Incoming! There's so many bees in here. They're surprisingly nice, and I say that now, but go down into the comb, ladies. Come on, you can film this. This is a lot of bees. Okay, so it's morning, and we just transferred these bees into, well, we put them into the 3 tall boxes yesterday, but we condensed them down into 1.5. I have a full deep down there. I gave them a frame of pollen and honey, and what else I did, in case there's no queen, because I wasn't able to find her, is I pulled a frame of eggs out of my my small hive. That hive had a lot of eggs, and a laying queen, but not a lot of bees, so they weren't able to grow. So I took a frame of eggs from them to put them in here. If this is queenless, they'll make a queen. Good to go. Then what I did was I shook a frame of bees, making sure there's no queen on it, hopefully. Sometimes you can miss her. And I put some bees into this box, which was my existing colony that had a laying queen but not enough bees in it. So hopefully they can supplement and help feed those eggs, feed those babies, and they can build up faster. And then what I did was I took another frame of eggs out of here and put them in here with a few frames of bees from the swarm to see if we could possibly get a split going. So we potentially have 3 colonies on the go right now. We've got the entrance closed right now just because I want those new bees that I just put in there just to stay in for a second. I don't want a bunch of congestion at the entrance. I just want to let them relax for a bit and have maybe any of the foragers just go into here, because I don't want this queen to get killed. Right now, as far as I know, I only have 1 good queen. So if she gets killed by these new bees, we gotta wait for these eggs to turn into queens. So that could take several weeks. They're already fighting. You can see right here. They're arguing and fighting and tossing each other out of here. You can kind of see what's going on. I think some of the foragers that are coming home from this one are going into this one. So I was hoping that some of these ones would drift over into this one, but I'm going to actually separate these by a couple of feet just to help give them some separation. But the next thing I want to show you guys is the bee vac, because a lot of you are asking about that. So I'm going to do a little video next. I'll add it to this video, but we'll go get some footage of how the bee vac works. Okay, so a few of you have asked about the bee vac and how it works. So number one thing is I didn't want anything that needed to be plugged into the wall, because I get calls for they're in trees in the woods and stuff, right? So I needed something battery powered. So I picked up this Milwaukee vacuum, and the good thing is you don't want too much power for bees because you don't want to hurt them. So you want low suction. So I tested the suction; it's just enough to suck up the bees, but not enough to suck up a rock. So it comes with basically we're not sucking the bees into the vacuum itself. We're using the vacuum to create a vacuum in the bee box. So what I do is, the great thing is I have a few of these batteries charged up, ready to go. So it's all wireless. All I do is I put the hose into there, that pressurizes the box, and then I bought a pool vacuum hose for pool cleaner, and I stick it in here, and then this is for sucking the bees. Now if I need to get some bees that are in a tight spot, I can just stick that on there, which is great. And then the other thing I've done, which I'll show you in a minute, is the blue water bottle trick. So I'll show you that in a sec. But how this works, I'm going to come inside. This has latches, so it can actually lock for when I'm driving. I have this insulation and this plastic for a good air seal. Okay, I've got insulation here, so when the bees come shooting in here and they hit the wall, it's all padded for them. This pipe here is the incoming pipe, so this is where the air gets sucked to. So there's holes drilled all through this pipe here with a cap on the end, and then I put screen on here so the bees cannot get sucked into the vacuum. So they basically just remain in this box till I get home. And I have a couple of frames in here. I put a medium in here that sits right on top of this one. Then I put two deeps in, and then this is all open for the bees to get shot into here. And when I get home, I just pull out the frames and shake out the remaining bees like you saw last night there. So yeah, that's pretty much how the bee vac works, but I'll just go grab the bottle and give you one last trick that I have. So the last thing I wanted to show you was the water bottle trick. So what it is, I got one of these blue water bottles that you've all seen before. I like the one with the handle particularly because what I can do is I can tape it to this pole. So I used to be an electrician, so I have this pole that's made of carbon fiberglass, so you can't get electrocuted. So if I'm ever working on power lines or something, I've got this insulated pole, and this is a very, very long pole. So what I can do is I can tape this pole to this jug. I can stick this on here like so, and I can stick it up underneath the cluster, and I can put the cluster so it's hanging right inside, give it one shake, and all those bees get sucked in. You can collect a swarm in very little time. And then when you're done with that, if you wanted to, you can use this to clean up kind of more of the rest of the bees. And then if you need to get into the small spaces, you could use the attachment from the vacuum itself. So the only thing I will do differently with transporting them is I'm going to get a deep box that goes right on top. And then that way when I get home, I can flip this box upside down and they'll all just fall into the deep box. There's several ways you can transfer them. I like to actually have them on frames and move them over, but we're always innovating, and that's the fun thing about beekeeping is you can get creative and try things and experiment. So number one tip I have, don't forget to keep your batteries charged. You don't want to get a call for a swarm, head out with a dead battery or 3 dead batteries. So I like to have 3 charged up. It took 2 full batteries to get that swarm last night. It would have been nice to have a 3rd one just in case. But yeah, that bee vacuum right there, I think that Milwaukee vacuum is like maybe 150 bucks. It's nothing. The batteries cost what they cost. I already used Milwaukee tools, so I already had the batteries. This is just a deep box, a couple pieces of pipe and some connections from Home Depot. We're looking at I think this was a $30 hose. You're probably looking at 200 bucks all in. And that swarm I caught easily would sell, as a nucleus colony. I think it's probably a full colony. It looks like a full colony of bees. That's maybe $500 of the bees right there. It's already paid itself off. Plus I gave the guy a big nice jar of honey for calling me. So yeah, hope that helps and look forward to the next swarm.